Aloha, everybody. I hope all of you had a wonderful weekend. Welcome to today's Haleo Malleola health presentation and the last one that we're doing in February because our next one is going to be on March 2nd on Wednesday. Today we have our health corner back up and running with me, Walker. I'll be presenting today. We have another exciting presentation done in partnership with the American Heart Association. Today's presentation is called Exercise and Double Duty Meals. Now, as usual with these, we will start by watching a quick video and then we'll do some recap. I'll ask you some questions and then I want your input over how we can incorporate some of this into our own lives, how we can use some of this in our day-to-day life. Just a moment.
To our families, but sometimes getting them.
There we go.
We all want to eat a healthier diet and serve healthier meals to our families, but sometimes getting those healthy meals ready can seem like a lot of work and extra time in the kitchen. With today's hectic schedules, it's a challenge to carve out cooking time. There are two strategies to help your efficiency. First, cook enough of a basic ingredient to use in 2 recipes and cover 2 meals. For instance, bake 8 chicken breasts seasoned with a blend of southwestern spices, cumin, chili powder, oregano, and salt. Serve 4 for dinner over brown rice garnished with chopped fresh cilantro and a squeeze of fresh lime juice. Cool and refrigerate the remaining 4 in an airtight container for use in a chicken enchilada casserole later in the week. For beans, cook 1 1/3 cups dried black beans, will equal about 4 cups cooked beans. Use about half the beans, 15 ounces, to make bean and vegetable patties. Process with 15 ounces red kidney beans, shredded carrots, thinly sliced green onions, breadcrumbs, chili powder, garlic powder, and salt. Use the remaining 15 ounces to make a nutritious black bean soup or make a dip. Process with chopped green bell pepper, tomato salsa, fresh lime juice, garlic, chili powder, and cumin. Grill 10 cups mixed vegetable pieces, carrots, zucchini, button mushrooms, eggplant, red onion, or red bell pepper. Transfer 2 cups of the cooked vegetables to an airtight container to use within 2 days to make grilled vegetable paninis. For now, let's stir together the remaining 8 cups grilled vegetables with 15 ounces chickpeas and 2½ cups cooked bulgur. Dress with a simple vinaigrette to make a grilled vegetable and bulgur salad. For the paninis, let's spoon the vegetables onto a whole grain ciabatta roll and sprinkle shredded part skim mozzarella. Roast a 2-pound Aya brown roast seasoned with an herb rub, rosemary, garlic, sage, lemon zest, salt, and pepper. Slice half the beef, 12 ounces, to serve for dinner with corn and steamed broccoli. Cool and refrigerate half the beef, 12 ounces, in an airtight container. Thinly slice and serve it over mixed baby greens with a balsamic and Dijon mustard dressing later in the week. A second strategy is to double or triple a recipe. Create leftovers intentionally so you can freeze them for a future meal. For example, cook 2 pounds of chicken and then cool, cover, and refrigerate 1 pound and use the remaining chicken for a delicious dish right away. Creating leftovers works well with soups, stews, pasta dishes, and casseroles. Additionally, it saves you money because you can buy proteins on sale and produce in season. If you have a slow cooker, use it to help you prepare these meals and save even more time. Having a healthy frozen meal to reheat when you arrive home helps you limit eating unhealthy snacks or defaulting to unhealthy meal choices. Dishes often develop a deeper, more balanced flavor when frozen and reheated. Food storage. Storing your food right is essential. Doing it wrong means wasted food and money. Here's how to do it right. First, make sure your freezer is set at 0 degrees Fahrenheit and your refrigerator is set at 40 degrees Fahrenheit or below. Divide food into portions your family will realistically consume at one time. Place them in airtight containers or storage bags. Cut meat into pieces that can be frozen and reheated safely. Wrap items such as bread in several layers of plastic wrap to prevent freezer burn. Be sure to cool all cooked foods before wrapping or placing into airtight containers. Label your frozen food with a strip of freezer tape or a freezer label. Write the name of the dish and the date on the tape or label. Properly portioning leftovers avoids unnecessary reheating and refrigerating of food. Refrigerate your food as soon as possible and always within 2 hours. If you live in a hot climate, food shouldn't be left out for more than 1 hour. Here are a few tips to remember. Leftovers will keep up to 4 or 5 days in the refrigerator and up to 6 months in the freezer. Reheat leftovers thoroughly to a safe internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit or 74 degrees Celsius. Store meat and poultry in the meat compartment or the coldest part of your refrigerator, which is usually at the back. Store dairy products in the coldest part of your refrigerator at 40 degrees Fahrenheit or lower. Milk shouldn't be stored on the door for convenience. This area of the refrigerator is the warmest spot. Put milk back into the fridge as soon as you use it. Smell and, if needed, taste dairy products before you use them to be sure they haven't soured. If you're in doubt about the safety of your food, it's best to throw it away. There you have it. A little preparation goes a long way towards saving time and money, and we can all use more of that.
Wow. Okay. I know that that was a whole lot of stuff, and not necessarily stuff that applies to all of us, right? So we're going to start by talking about some strategies to make your own healthy food. So the video suggested that we try cooking food for more than one meal, right? Does anyone, or can anyone give me an example of a recipe from the video that they suggested that we make? Just one, because they talked about a lot and we might not like all of them, right? Let's see, go through the chat room, see who's here. You can raise your hand and I can call on you. I'm checking the chat now. Kyle says black bean soup. Perfect, Kyle. Awesome. That was a good example that they gave in the video. And that is an easy one to make, right? Because it's just black beans. And those are super easy to cook. You can even buy them canned, and those are pre-cooked for us. Now, so many of those recipes look so good in there, and I know they did. I was really, really liking that top round and that chicken breast. How many of you want to try to make one of them or maybe something similar at home? Do any of us think that we can try cooking our and jumping in and maybe helping cook a little bit? Checking the chat now. Oh, I see a number of suggestions. Nikki Wayne wants to help cook eggs. Good job, Nikki Wayne. I think that's a healthy choice. Gilbert says meat and vegetables. Good job. That's a healthy choice. Awesome job, everybody. Oops. I jumped ahead a slide. Multiple. Sorry, it's very difficult for me at the moment because I have to control this PowerPoint. All right. So do you think you have to follow these recipes exactly, or any recipe? How many of you have ever played around in the kitchen or maybe experimented a little bit? Hands up if you have. Good. I like seeing that. It's really, really fun to experiment in the kitchen. Even if it's something super simple, you can play around, you can practice making it yourself, and you can help your parents cook too. Or maybe you have an aide that helps. You can all join in and work together to cook. And you don't have to follow recipes exactly. So part of the fun of cooking is that you can do that experimenting and you can know exactly what's in your food, and even figure out more of the things that you like. You can also make food even healthier if you make it yourself and if you experiment a little bit. For example, some recipes ask for sour cream, and a lot of people have figured out that you can substitute yogurt for sour cream and still get some of the same effects. It depends on what you're cooking, if it works or not, but the only way to know is if you try it, right? That was for the last slide. Sorry, everybody. The video showed us what a lot of people call meal prep. How many of you have ever heard of that? Ian, do you want to try to tell the whole group what meal prep is or give an example of it?
Meal prep would be like making your food ahead of time, I think it is.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Good job, Ian. There's one other really key part about meal prep that I want to talk about. But before we go into that, one of the coolest parts about it is that you can actually do it with any meal. You can do it with any recipe that you want. All you have to do is cook it ahead of time and be sure that it's something you can store or save, right? Can anyone give me an example of a recipe that they like that you can try to cook ahead of time and store? And it doesn't have to be a perfect recipe. It can be something super simple too. Just anything that you want to prepare for yourself. How about let me check the chat real fast. Kailani says chicken. Good job. Nikki says dip. Good job, Nikki. Who else? Oh, Gabriel, you have your hand up. Is that your hand up? No? Okay. You can really do this with almost anything. All you have to do is be sure that it's something you can store safely or freeze and get easy access to later. If you're making food for more than one meal, do you make extra of all the ingredients or just one? Do you make extra of everything or just one part of it? Gabriel.
One part.
Just one part? How are you gonna make the whole meal together if you only make just one part?
You don't waste food. Don't waste food. Don't waste food, right?
That's fair. That's true. But what if you have a freezer? Can you freeze it?
Yes.
Right. And then you can save it. So if you're going to follow an entire recipe, be sure that you are making enough to do the whole recipe, right? So you don't just make a whole lot of chicken because chicken's your favorite part of chicken Alfredo. You have to make enough of everything that goes with it. Yay! So that's right. You have to make extra of all the ingredients. It's very important. Sorry, pardon me. If you do this, it will help make it super easy to just put it all together at the end, right? So if we use pasta as an example, chicken pasta, right? If you make extra of the pasta, the chicken, and the sauce, you can just put it in the fridge. And then when you want it again later, it's already made and you just add it all together. Super easy. Good job, everybody. Okay. Now, one of the benefits, and this is what I was talking about earlier, one of the benefits of doing meal prep and making your food early is that you can save time, right? How do you think that meal prep saves time? Anyone? Let's see. Shelly, is that your hand up?
Chicken Alfredo.
That was for the last one. Can you tell me how making your food early and if you make extra of it can save you time?
Yeah.
How will that save you time, Shelly? Will you have
it?
exactly? Because if you cook extra early, then you don't have to cook it all when you want it, and you don't have to cook it multiple times, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Good job, Shelly. Thank you for sharing that. One of the, and this is my favorite part about making your food early and doing this meal prep, is that it also helps make it easier to make healthy decisions because the healthy food is already there, right? How many of us in this meeting right now have ever been tempted to maybe make an unhealthy meal choice instead of a healthy one? I know I have. I know it happens to me a lot. I'm like, oh, I want a hamburger instead of that chicken. Sometimes I want to even have candy for a whole meal, and that's not a healthy choice, right? That's not something we want to do at all. But if we are making our food ahead of time and early, we can have it already pre-made. We can have it pre-portioned, ready to go. We just have to reheat it. And then it's the easy choice to make, right? Because even if we want something unhealthy, I know for me, sometimes I just choose the easiest choice, whether it's unhealthy or healthy, right? That's what makes me decide. So if I make all my food ahead of time, and if I prepare and I plan and I prep all of my meals, then it's super easy for me to make the healthy choice. Yeah. As I check the room, let me check the chat real fast. Oh, good. So Soul Ray says there are vegan options these days too, and that's super true. Good job, Soul Ray. You can cook all of your food early, even vegan food. All you have to do is get in the kitchen, cook extra of it, and then freeze it. And that works for vegetables too. Yes, Seth, I like his vegan options too. I like vegan options too. Kailani wants to try this with the chicken pot pie. And I see Nikki Wayne wants to try it with chicken nuggets. Those are fun, and I really, really like them a lot. But are those the healthiest choices? Not super duper, but it's okay to have those types of things once in a while. We don't want to be super strict because then stuff's no fun. Oops. Okay. Uh-oh, you all went away. I have no idea where the rest of you went. Sorry, everybody. I have, for some reason, lost the gallery. Give me one moment. There we go. And let me reshare. Nope, still gone. Okay. Okay, so I'm from now on, just for today, can I have all of you raise your hand, not raise your hand when I ask a question, but put it into the chat box for me? Thank you. So back to meal prep being healthy, there's one other super, super cool part. Portions, right? How many of us have ever gone to eat something or gone to eat a snack, gone to get a meal, anything like that, and maybe you had a little bit too much, maybe you didn't know how much to eat or how much to give yourself? How many of us have ever done that? Okay, sorry. Awesome. Nicole Kelly, do you want to share? Have you ever done something like that?
Yeah. No, every Friday I've been making overnight oatmeal, and that's healthy.
It is. It is. It's super healthy. How do you know how much to serve yourself?
Oh yeah, I have the recipe. In fact, it's put 3 cups of oats. Then you put dried fruits like raisins. Then brown sugar. Then I had to put 4 cups of milk. Then we stir it up. Of course, I did after I'm done. Of course, I did a little taste. It was really good. So mix it up. Then I tighten it with the blue cover. Then I put in the refrigerator for Saturdays. And on Saturday I get to eat it. It's really good. And also you can put extra fruits. You can put blueberries, strawberries, and more raisins too. And
That's so cool. Sorry,
Oh.
I was actually making notes about that. Thank you for sharing that, Nicole.
oh, by the way, for the snacks, of course, I like oranges, celeries. I can say all fruits and vegetables are like that.
Super cool.
Yep, or sometimes the chocolate chip bars or something.
Cool. So thank you for sharing, Nicole. And I want to add a little bit more to that, maybe a suggestion. When you make all of that food, if you portion it out beforehand and then store that for later, right? Instead of putting all of the food that you prep and prepare into one big container, and if you put it into smaller ones, then you can just easily grab those and eat that later. And the healthy decision is already made for you. It's almost like you make the decision for yourself in the future. How cool is that? It's kind of like time travel to me. You're just preparing and you're like, well, future me might want a cookie, but I'm going to go ahead and make this for him instead. Oops. Okay. Now, let me go back to the PowerPoint real fast. Now, I want to remind all of you as we begin to close out, thank you all for coming. First of all, I appreciate it. I appreciate it a whole lot. I want you to, again, please all be on the lookout in the coming days for a quick survey from me if you want to help. I'll be starting to send those out tomorrow. So all you have to do is either put your email in the chat box if you want. Nobody has to do this, but you can. Or you can send me an email. My email is ha@sohawaii.org. It's just real fast. The surveys will only take a couple of minutes and everybody can do one, no matter what. You don't even have to finish it. All you have to do is start it and then send it back if you don't want to finish it. It's fine. So the surveys are for you, your aides, your entire family, your friends, anyone that has either seen one of these health presentations or that you've talked to about one of these health presentations, anything like that, okay? So I'm trying to get as many people as I can to fill them out. And again, nobody has to do it, but it would help a whole lot. Please let me know if you want to help out and participate. You can either put your email in the chat box or email me. Super easy to do. Don't feel any pressure. I appreciate all of you coming. That's what's most important. I just want you all to be on these virtual programs. I want you all to learn. I want you all to get your exercise in and have some fun. That's why we're here. And of course, as always, if any of you have any health questions, Paleo questions, incentive questions, or song requests, you can email me. My name is Walker. My email is ha@sohawaii.org. I promise to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Promise. And of course, if you want to watch this presentation again, or any of our other presentations, did it go away? If you want to watch this presentation again or any of our other presentations, you can go to our YouTube at youtube.com/user Special Olympics High. And that's a lot to type in. So an even easier way to do it is to go to YouTube and just search for Special Olympics Hawaii, and it'll pop up. And we post all of our virtual stuff on our YouTube. You can watch it whenever you want. Maybe you're bored. Maybe you just need something to occupy yourself. Maybe you want to look at those recipes from earlier today. Anything you want, they're all posted there, and they're posted there for you. Those are all for you to enjoy and for you to learn from and benefit from. And finally, we will see you on Wednesday for our workout with Zan from Zan Training. Quick reminder, if y'all remember Ryan, he goes by Zan now, so we're going to be super nice, and we're going to call him Zan because he's asked us to. The ID for that is 815-3406-5939. That's Wednesday, March 2nd at 3:30 p.m. Thank you all so much for coming. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you. Now we have a little bit of extra time, so we'll enjoy our talk story. I do see some questions in the chat. Let me go ahead and answer them real fast. Barbara, you asked about an update for next month. We do have the schedules. They are made. We sent them out. So if you did not receive one, you can ask your HOD for one. Otherwise, they should be posted on our website. And if you still can't find one, email me, ask me in the chat. I will find a way to get you one. But for now, our next event is Wednesday at 3:30. It's the usual workout. It's the usual link, usual number. Okay. And then I see Seth has asked how to get to the Special Olympics YouTube. Well, Seth, all you have to do, go to youtube.com, search for Special Olympics and Special Olympics Hawaii, and it'll take you to Special Olympics Hawaii's YouTube. Okay, that's the one with all of our virtual stuff on it. Sometimes it is live, Seth. Fridays at 9 a.m. it's live. We do a live premiere of our Wednesday workout. So it'll be a repeat of the Wednesday workout, but there may just be someone on messaging back to you if you do your comments. All right. That has actually exhausted.
Parker,
What's up, Soul Ray?
Parker, I have a question about the move bands. I've been having trouble with them for 90 days. And I'm not the only one.
Soul Ray, we can actually talk about that a little bit later, okay?
When's later? I know I emailed you in December.
You did, and I have been very busy. You can swing by the office and I can help you. But it's just something that will need to get done in person, okay?
It has to be done in person.
It does. It does.
Yeah. The next day I could do it is Friday.
We can make that work. Just email me about scheduling a time, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Soul Ray.
Okay.
Thank you so much. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for coming. I hope you had a great time. Bye, everybody.
Guys, on Wednesday.
Aloha. And if you need anything, have any questions, anything health related, doesn't matter. Just email me.
I'm so
Thank you all
ready.
so much. Y'all have an amazing day, okay? And I'll see you Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay, bye, Walker. Bye, everyone.